Hello everyone, Keep Garden Tech Guy here with another specs video, and today I'd like to overview on the Alactel A3 and the A3 XL. So let's look into this 5-inch budget phone and 6-inch budget phone also. So let's roll the video on that intro. So I'd like to start off with the A3 since this is the smaller variant. Now the A series is well, these are two new phones that Alactel would have released, and they would have been displayed at MWC 2017. And so these are some two good looking budget phones, and let's see if they're worth in specs and not only looks. So it's tailored to offer maximum comfort in style and also enjoy an incredible fresh look also. That is what Alactel says they would like to bring to its consumers of this device. Now for the display, it's a 5-inch HD display which looks great in sunlight. Also claims to be very good and saturated enough crystal clear detail in games and videos. It also comes with fingerprint sensor, which is pretty good for a budget phone, which you're going to get some security, and you have the utility to use up to 5 fingers, and you can also use it to lock from directly on the screen, and even to set an instant self with your fingertip or lock some apps such as Facebook, WhatsApp, or any other app that might have sensitive information. Now for audio will be immersive with dual front-facing speakers, dual front-facing speakers are one of the best ways to get the best out of your audio. Now for the selfie, flash, and apps, this selfie camera is 5 megapixels, but it also has some built-in filters with instant collage and a face mask feature, which is kind of something like what Snapchat has, but this is a feature that Alactel would have brought to its device. The rear camera is 30 megapixels with LED flash. Now for the full specs, it's powered by Android M. Also for design, it's 8.6 millimeters thick, a width of 70.5 millimeters, a height of 142 millimeters. The display is a 5-inch IPS HD display with a resolution of 1280 by 720. It's powered by a 1.25 GHz optical processor with a 30 megapixel autofocus main camera and a front-facing 5 megapixel fixed focus camera. The camera feature, it also has features such as easy mode, one-touch music live, face beauty, private mode, face mask, and many other cool features. For memory, it has 16 gigs of RAM or internal storage and 1.5 gigs of RAM with 32 gigs of micro SD card support, and it has a typical battery life of 24-16 mAh, and it supports dual SIM with nano SIM, micro USB, Bluetooth 4.2, Volt LTE and Volt Wi-Fi, 4G LTE support also. And now let's head on over to the A3 XL, this is the larger variant of the A3. Now this one has a 6-inch IPS display, so there you can tell the difference. And also with fingerprints, you can use up to 5 fingers to open 5 different apps, the same basic feature as the A3. And also it also has the face mask feature and filters and its selfie camera, and the design provides a fresh look, which this has a bit more of how should I say, tailor design than the other A3, which in the other A3 was kind of more like had a carbon look. Now for the specs where there's the real difference, the A3XL is thinner than the A3, which in it has 7.9 millimeters thickness, a width of 82.5 and a height of 165 millimeters. Weighs about 159 grams. It has side keys, 2, 1 for power and 1 for volume. It's available in gray, silver, and silver. White, silver, white, and blue. And it also is available in fuchsia, and white plus yellow. And it has a IP62, IP52. The display has 5 touch points with a resolution of 1280 by 720, just the same resolution as the A3, with 6 inches of the display. The rear camera is 8 megapixel autofocus with 4 times digital zoom with HDR. Video capture 720 at 30 fps and 1080p at 30 fps. The front facing camera is 5 megapixels. So the rear camera would have reduced a little. I was expecting the A3XL to have a bigger camera than the original A3, but 8 megapixels should be good, but hey, it's what you can get from a budget phone. And it also has 1 gig of RAM and 8 gigs of internal storage. Micro SD cards boarded up to 32 gigs also. It supports connectivity from GSM to 4G. Also micro USB with an audio jack. Both phones come with a headphone jack. Thank you, headphone jack, yes. And a typical battery life of 3000 milliamps. And also it doesn't have a specific time buy, but you can get 800 hours without SIM and 400 hours with SIM on standby. 4 hours of talking time and charging time within 4 hours or less. The chipset is a MT8735B. It's running on Android M. It's powered by a quad-core 1.1 GHz processor, also G sensor, proximity sensor, light sensor, and a fingerprint sensor. Comes with Bluetooth and hands-free support and FDN feature. So that is it. Keep recording. Cat guy signing out with the full specs of the Alactel A3 and the A3XL. And to be honest, I like the A3 better than the XL because despite it being smaller, it has a lot more power to give in terms of performance specs. But you can comment which one you think is better, and I'll see you in the next video.